Hello everyone, once again this is Lyrlian for ESFI World, bringing you a recap of the GSL Season 2 Round of 8. This week we are trying out a new format which just highlights the best games. If you have any suggestions, leave them in the comments below. We're starting off with Day 1, where NaNiwa, MVP, Parting and Oz were fighting for a spot in the Round of 4. The Round of 8 began with the foreign hope Quantic's NaNiwa facing off against the 3-time GSL champion Incredible Miracles MVP. After a win on Cloud Kingdom, MVP decided he wanted to increase his advantage, going for a 3-Rex all-in against NaNiwa's Forge Fast Expand. Despite NaNiwa using his keen game sense to detect that something was off and build cannons, MVP pulled SCVs and broke through the Protoss base. This caused NaNiwa to GG and increased MVP's lead to 2-0. NaNiwa fought back and took his first win in game number 3 with a Chargelot Immortal timing attack, but MVP wanted to end the series quickly, so the IM Terran went for a proxy 2-Rex bunker rush. NaNiwa was able to scout it, but it wasn't enough to stop the heavy Terran pressure to come. MVP was able to put up a bunker in the Protoss main, and it was all downhill from there for NaNiwa, who lost even more probes and stalkers. MVP claimed a victory in game 4 and in the series, going 3-1 against the Quantic Protoss. The second series of Day 1 was an exciting PvP between FXO's Oz and Startail's Parting. After Parting took a quick 1-0 lead in the series, Oz retaliated with a 4-gate Blink Stalker play, which did significant damage to Parting, amongst others sniping an Immortal. But Parting was able to use his Robotics bait to pump out 2 more Immortals and use them to push out the Stalkers of Oz, while his own Stalkers made their way to Oz's base. Oz attempted to fight back, but his army was too crippled, causing him to GG, and Parting to be up 2-0. In game number 3, Oz decided to go for Broke, attempted to go for Dark Templar. Parting began to pressure Oz with Stalkers and was able to see the Dark Shrine, giving him ample time to prepare for the incoming Stealth Menace. Despite Oz fighting back, Parting was able to force field to entrap Oz's army in his own main, while his army decimated the natural. Oz GG'd, giving Parting his 3rd straight win and a spot in the round of 4 against MVP. Day 2 of the Round of 8 began with a PvT between old generation's SuperNoVa and Team Liquid's own Hero. Hero began game 1 with a 4-gate, but SuperNoVa was able to scout and prepare for the incoming Protoss attack. Both players begin to macro up towards the late game, and SuperNoVa decides to put on some pressure with Marines, Medevacs and Siege Tanks. Hero attacked into this force with his own army of Chargelots, High Templar and Archons to crush the Terran force, and subsequently march into the Terran base, resulting in a GG. After Hero defended SuperNoVa's 4-Rex aggression in game 2, the OGS Terran attempted some Banshee harass, eventually transitioning into +2 armor Thors. When the two armies finally clashed, the Protoss damage was too much, with Storms and Immortals tearing through the Terran forces. Hero eventually charged into the Terran base, causing SuperNoVa to GG and bringing Hero to a 3-0 victory in the match. In the final match of the Round of 8, Liquid TaeJa squared off against Startail's Squirtle. Squirtle began with a quick victory in game 1 using Bast Colossus to keep TaeJa to 1 base. Squirtle continued his command of the series with a Blink Stalker Warpers in play, but TaeJa was able to snipe it before it could warp in any more units. Despite the good Terran defense, the amount of SCVs lost to the Blink harass was just too much, leading to the Terran to be way behind and susceptible to an aggressive Psystorm push that claimed victory for Squirtle. In the third game, TaeJa is able to hold off the push from Squirtle, but once both players rebuild their armies, they push out, missing each other on the map and forcing a base trade. Squirtle has a small lead with a mining base and a larger army. TaeJa is forced to build all around the map, leading to his buildings being too spread out to defend efficiently. After a midfield fight, Squirtle is able to take the fight off the Terran army and hit the orbital command, causing TaeJa to GG. Squirtle took the series 3-0 and gained a spot in the round of 4, where he will face off against Liquid's Hero. That brings us to a really quick recap. At the end of the round of 8, 3 of the 5 Protoss players prevailed, leading to a heavily Protoss favored round of 4. 2 of these players, Hero and Squirtle, will duke it out for a spot in the finals, while the only non-Protoss player, MVP, faces off against Parting to decide who will play in the GSL 2012 Season 2 finals. That will do it for the round of 8 of Code S. Don't forget to check us out when we cover the semi-finals. For more coverage and news around esports, find us on Twitter @ESFI and on the web at ESFIworld.com. Until next time, this has been Lyrlian for ESFI World.